My child, don't scroll. You were meant to hear this right now. A divine alert has been triggered in heaven, and it's about you. A secret deal was made behind your back, and your spirit already knows it. Stay with me. Michael says, listen carefully. Heaven is whispering today, because this moment is not ordinary. It is divine. It is urgent. A revelation has arrived. And not everyone is meant to hear it. But you are. Someone you trusted signed something. Something meant to silence you, remove you, or replace you. I see it clearly. The signatures, the whispers, the shadows where you are never invited. But I am the Lord God. Nothing escapes my eye. No secret stays hidden when I decide to expose it. Feel that nudge in your stomach? That uneasy silence when a certain name is spoken? That was not paranoia. That was me. That was heaven sounding the alarm. Type 44 if your spirit is hearing this. 2. You're not imagining things. That whisper in your gut, that was me warning you. I've been trying to reach you. You are not being paranoid. You are being prepared. Beloved, your peace, your blessing, your destiny, they've tried to sign it away, but I saw it all. And now I'm moving. Their laughter in secret, the deception wrapped in smiles, the illusion that you wouldn't notice, but I noticed. And so did your angels. You only have 30 minutes in the spirit realm to respond. This window, this sacred countdown, is real. Want to claim your protection now? Type 911. Your obedience matters more than ever before. Avoid that lunch. Cancel that meeting. Delete that message. Trust your instincts. They are my voice in disguise. Your divine protection is not coming. It's already active, but your response unlocks it fully. Heaven is exposing what they thought they could bury. They targeted your job, your influence, your relationships. They smiled at you while holding a knife behind their back. But I've already dismantled their circle in the spirit realm. Now you must act in the natural. Type. I need focus if your energy has felt scattered, because clarity is coming, but only to those who obey quickly. This isn't just a message. It's a divine countdown. Child, you're already in the middle of it. They forged papers. They edited voices. They planted digital traps. But I say to you, it will not stand. Your name has been written in my scroll. Your future is secure if you obey. Type 555 if you claim victory over deception. They tried to plant fear, but I am planting revelation. They tried to buy silence, but I am releasing divine thunder. Child, this betrayal was planned. They whispered, you'll be gone by the end of the month. But now their name is being erased. The favor they stole is reversing. You prayed for truth. Now it's arriving. But truth comes with a shaking, and peace sometimes comes with separation. So if you feel the stirring in your spirit, do not ignore it. This is not just a video. It is your wake-up call. Your divine assignment is still intact, but not everyone can go with you. Someone is watching, gathering, reporting. And you already know who. Look again at the one who keeps asking innocent questions. They are preparing to move before you do. But I say, no more. You are chosen, you are protected. And your name is echoing in heaven. Heaven whispers. Type 111 if you feel this confirmation. Now listen again. This attack wasn't random. It was targeted because of your light, because of your calling. But child, you are too anointed to be erased. The spiritual trap they set, it's about to snap on them. Like this video if you're feeling the shift. Comment, I claim my protection. If your spirit says this is for me, stay to the end. The most powerful revelation has not yet been spoken. My child, let me take you deeper. You think this warning came from nowhere? You think this message just appeared? No. Heaven doesn't operate by accident. This was orchestrated, timed, Released at the exact second your soul was ready to receive it. Type. Right on time. If you know this word is meeting you exactly when you need it. You've been sensing the shift. Your appetite has changed. Your tolerance for certain people has disappeared. And the conversations that once excited you now drain you. That's not depression. That's divine alignment. Michael says. Heaven is filtering your environment. You asked to grow. You asked for peace. You asked for clarity. But clarity comes with removal. Type. Remove what's not mine. If you're ready to let go of what heaven didn't assign. Child, I see how you've questioned yourself. You've replayed the messages in your mind. You've wondered if you misunderstood the signs. But what you're sensing isn't wrong. It's revelation. You've stepped into a spiritual corridor, and every voice you hear now must pass through divine filters. I've been training you. Silently. Strategically. Because what's ahead requires a deeper discernment. Michael says. The betrayal wasn't the beginning, it was the test. And you passed. You didn't retaliate. You didn't gossip. You didn't beg for explanations. You stood. You wept. And you waited. Type. I stood in silence. If you know that moment broke you, but didn't destroy you, that silence was not absence. It was a setup. Because in the background, I was exposing motives, reversing signatures, and rewriting outcomes. The deal they made without you, against you, around you has now triggered a heavenly reversal. Listen carefully. The document has lost its power. The plan has lost its direction. The alliance has lost its strength. Because I stepped in. Michael says, heaven has launched a counterstrike. Comment, heaven is intervening. If you believe the divine is defending your name, you're not just being protected, you're being positioned. This betrayal didn't delay your destiny. Triggered it. It woke you up. It exposed what you refused to confront. It burned the bridges you were too loyal to tear down. Heaven whispers, this is your spiritual unhooking. You're being unplugged from old cycles, from false agreements, from soul ties wrapped in manipulation. And yes, some of the people you loved the most have been speaking the least because their spirit is under conviction. They feel the shift. They know. You know. And now they're scrambling to look innocent. But child, I am your defense. You do not need to perform for peace. Do not need to prove your pain. Your stillness is your sword now. Type, still but protected. If you've been silent, but spiritually alert. Now watch this. Within the next 48 hours, you will receive either a message, a post, or a call that will expose their intent without them realizing it. This will be your confirmation. It won't be dramatic. It'll be subtle but surgical. Michael says, do not react. Just record. You are walking through a divine courtroom. Every word is being documented. Every action is being weighed. And you, child of God, are being exonerated. Comment. God is my witness. If you trust heaven to clear your name, this battle is not about reputation. It's about alignment. Heaven cannot afford to let you build on compromised ground. That's why the exposure hurts. It's also why it's necessary. You cannot carry destiny with divided loyalties. So yes, I pulled the veil. Yes, I revealed the shadow, because your crown doesn't sit well with snakes around your feet. Michael says, this is a holy severing. They won't even know what happened. They'll feel your absence, but never understand the divine removal. They'll look for the old access point, but it's been spiritually revoked. Type access revoked if you know not everyone is meant to go with you. And now, child, let me tell you something sacred. Your spiritual identity has been under review in the courts of heaven, not because of punishment, because of preparation. You've been marked. Anointed. Called by name. And the war around you is because of what's in you. They see the oil. They smell the shift. They can't explain it, but they feel it. So they test you. They try to control you. They attempt to contain thee, rising, but they can't, because heaven has already announced, this one is mine. Type, I am marked by God. If you feel this fire inside your soul, you are no longer in the waiting room. You're in the war room, and what comes next will demand full focus. So hear this. Turn off the background noise. Close the conversations that no longer honor your spirit. Delete the message you've been debating to send. Michael says, obedience is your weapon. This is the 30-minute window in the spirit realm. Not for fear, but for faith. Not to panic. The position. Comment, I choose obedience. If you're ready to follow divine instruction without delay. Because child, when you move by heaven's rhythm, you never miss the miracle. My child, heaven whispers again. This isn't over yet. In fact, the most critical moment is now. Do you remember the silence you felt? The sudden distance from someone you once trusted? That was not rejection. That was protection. That was me, shielding you before the trap could close. Michael says, a spiritual contract was formed without your knowledge. They tried to barter your name for access. They offered your position for gain. They tried to speak on your behalf in circles that were never sacred. But what they forgot is that I own the table they're sitting at. Type 444 if your spirit is feeling this divine fire. Because right now, heaven is rewriting what was signed in shadow. They believe they succeeded. They smiled while agreeing to remove you. They rehearsed their betrayal behind your back. But beloved, I saw their signatures before the ink dried, and I have already begun to unravel their web of deception. You wonder, why do I feel watched? Why does my name come up in strange places? Because someone is gathering information not out of love, but out of control. Look again. They're asking questions they don't need answers to. They're checking in when you never called. This is not loyalty. It's monitoring. Beloved one, don't panic. Don't fight. Observe. Type, I choose wisdom. If you're ready to act with holy discernment, you are in the center of a spiritual surveillance, and I am exposing it layer by layer. They tried to mimic your voice, replicate your essence. They replayed old recordings to weaponize your words. But child, what was edited in malice is being reversed by divine order. The power they thought they stole, they never had it. Your voice, your destiny, your name is sealed by heaven. They cannot counterfeit what I made real. Type 555. If you believe no lie can undo what heaven has declared, now listen carefully. You're being called to remain silent when they provoke, but speak boldly when I give you the words. This is a holy moment of calibration. You're not being tested. You're being positioned. Michael says, the one who hugged you last May have also signed the papers. But don't confront. Don't accuse. Let the mask fall naturally, because when it does, I will have already prepared your escape. Beloved, heaven is moving fast now. You will feel the shift. An email delayed, a call missed on purpose, a plan suddenly canceled. These are not accidents. They are divine interruptions. Type, Amen. If you're feeling the signs all around you, heaven is not passive. It is active. And right now, I've dispatched angels into the very room where your name was slandered. Their presence is causing disruptions. Documents will disappear. Plans will collapse. Favor will reverse. Because you are not alone. Want to walk fully in this divine protection? Comment, protect my name. Let heaven know you are ready to stand in the light. This betrayal wasn't only about removing you, it was about replacing you. But what they didn't know is that you're irreplaceable. Because what I placed inside you, no one can duplicate. Beloved one, heaven is not done speaking. The battle around you isn't just noise. It's confirmation. Your breakthrough is so close, it's shaking the atmosphere. And now there's a third person. Someone quiet, someone you overlooked, but they saw it all. They were there when your name was mentioned in secret. They watched the betrayal unfold. They know more than they've said. Michael says. They are about to speak truth into your life. But you must be ready to believe them when they do, because their message will unlock the final seal. It will shake you, but it will set you free. Type 111 if you feel the Holy Spirit confirming this word in your heart. Heaven is orchestrating a divine shift, a transfer of power, a reversal of deception, a repositioning of the chosen. This isn't just about one person betraying you. This is about a spiritual attempt to silence your destiny. And yet look at you. Still standing, still listening, still trusting, because you were built for this. I was built for this. If you feel that fire inside your spirit rising again, now hear me clearly, child. The silence you've endured, it was not punishment. It was training. I needed you to hear my voice, not theirs. I needed to isolate the frequency, because what's coming next will require full obedience. There will be a phone call, an offer, a proposal that feels almost right, but it's not. Do not say yes until I confirm it, because even good things can be divine distractions. Type, show me the truth. If you're ready for spiritual clarity, this is the hour where discernment is your shield. Not every open door is a blessing. Some are traps designed with gold edges and smooth words. Remember, the one who keeps returning with concern, the one who checks in too much, asks too many questions, they are the ones leaking your plans, but I'm turning their intentions into fuel for your elevation. They will witness your rise and be silenced by your fruit. Heaven whispers to you now, you are not behind. You are right on divine schedule. Type, right on time, to align with this divine rhythm. Listen, beloved, your name was spoken in a place it didn't belong. But now heaven is speaking it in places you never imagined. This is a divine exchange. You are being elevated while they are being exposed. Let me fight for you. Let me reverse what they tried to curse. Let me prepare the table they thought they could sit at without you. Child, you must release the urge to defend. Your silence will speak louder than their schemes. Want to walk in peace while the battle rages around you? Comment, protect my peace. I know it's been heavy. I see the tears you don't share. I feel the confusion, the betrayal, the fatigue. But your soul is not breaking. It is transforming. This is your divine awakening. Stay with me. In part 4, the mask comes off. The final betrayal is about to be exposed and your restoration will begin. Child, listen again. You're not paranoid. You're not overreacting. You're prophetically sensitive. That nudge in your spirit, that tension in the air, the way the energy changed the moment they entered the room, it was me warning you. Michael says, you're not just discerning, you're receiving. Heaven has been trying to reach you through subtle signs. The pause in someone's voice, the odd look exchanged in your presence, the conversation that suddenly went quiet when you walked in. These aren't coincidences. These are confirmations. Type, I hear you, heaven. If your spirit is starting to recognize the divine signs, there's more. Beloved, they didn't just plan to block you. They planned to replace you. But what they didn't know is that your light isn't transferable. Your purpose isn't assignable. You are divinely original. Heaven whispers. They used your words, but they couldn't replicate your weight. They copied your tone, but they couldn't carry your truth. Beloved, the third person, the one heaven has marked, is watching it all unfold. They've stayed quiet until now. And their silence has not been passive. It has been recording. They saw the late night texts. They heard the whispers in corridors. They've watched the betrayal ferment in hidden places. But now I am stirring their soul. And they will speak not to harm, but to confirm, not to stir chaos, but to ignite clarity. Comment, send the witness if you're ready for heaven to release the confirmation you need. The spirit realm is shifting. Heaven is realigning the atmosphere in your favor. And with every realignment comes a test of trust. You may feel like reaching out to confront dot 2. Explain yourself dot to plead your innocence. But child, you owe no defense when heaven has declared you clean. Michael says, let them speak. But you remain still. They wanted a reaction, but your stillness is louder than any. Scream. You don't need to yell to prove you're right. You don't need to chase truth. It's already chasing you. Type. Truth will find me. If you believe heaven is defending you even now. This is your divine silence season. But silence doesn't mean defeat. It means power. You are being hidden to be revealed, pulled back to be launched forward, broken to be blessed in new form. Beloved, I know it's heavy. You've been carrying their secrets in your spirit, sensing their shift, feeling their lies. And wondering if anyone else sees what you see. I see it all. The way they mention your name without love, the way they withhold support with a smile, the way they act impressed but never promote. Child, you are not invisible. You are undeniable. And now, their motives are becoming impossible to hide. Heaven whispers, you're not being removed. You're being repositioned. Type reposition me if your heart is ready for divine redirection. This next phase requires you to guard your energy. Not everyone who claps is for you. Not everyone who prays with you is praying for you. Discern not just their words, but their energy. Test not just their loyalty, but their patterns. Michael says, look at what shifted in the last 48 hours. Who's been silent? Who suddenly went cold? Who subtly questioned your vision? Their withdrawal is their confession. And heaven is calling you to mark it. Not to hate, not to hurt, but to heed. Comment. I discern the shift if you're ready to walk in divine clarity. Now, pay attention. You will soon overhear something not meant for you. A slip, a confession, a spiritual leak. Don't confront it. Just receive it as confirmation. Heaven says, you asked for truth. I'm delivering it in layers. And the third person, the witness, will bring the final piece. The piece that confirms what your spirit already knew. When that truth is revealed, don't rejoice in their downfall. Rejoice in your release. Because the weight you've carried wasn't just emotional. It was spiritual. And now, I'm lifting it off of you. You're about to breathe differently. Sleep deeper. Think clearer. This is the detox before your destiny. Type. Release the weight if you're ready for spiritual relief. And lastly, beloved, do not fear their circle, for I have already broken it. Their gathering was never greater than your calling. The meeting they scheduled to end you has now become the setup for your rebirth. Michael says, do not attend that table. I have prepared another. Comment, prepare my table if you feel this divine exchange approaching. Beloved one, you've felt it. The silence is getting louder. The truth is inching closer, and heaven is whispering, now is the moment. That third person, they saw the deal. They heard the lie. They knew the timing. And now they're ready to speak. Michael says, within the next 7 days, I will expose him. Not by your hand. Not by confrontation, but by divine reversal. Type, reveal the truth if you're ready to see behind the mask. He's not who he pretends to be. To one person, he's the savior. To another, he's the saboteur. And to you, child, he's been both. But now his cover is cracking, and heaven is pulling the curtain back. You may feel tempted to act, to warn, to fight, to confront. But heaven says, wait. Do not run to chaos. Run to clarity. Comment. I choose clarity. If you know the storm isn't yours to stop, only to outlast. Now listen. He's been smiling with you, but negotiating against you, pretending to protect you while offering your name for gain. But the moment your name was written on that document, heaven responded. Michael says, I've walked into the room of decision. The deal they tried to finalize is now unraveling from the inside out. Type, God sees all if you believe no. Secret stays hidden from divine sight. Someone you trusted has already released your information. They leaked your vision. They questioned your every move. They tested your boundaries just to report back. But beloved, heaven allowed it not to destroy you, but to position you. Now that their names are exposed, your name is rising. You will receive unexpected favor from a voice you didn't expect. At a time you thought all was lost. Type unexpected favor if your spirit is ready to receive what's coming. Heaven is turning this betrayal into a promotion, but only if you obey the silence, only if you choose trust over revenge. Only if you wait for the spirit's signal, not the ego's rage. The mask is falling. Within the next hours, days, there will be a glitch, a file that disappears, a message that leaks. Moment of divine embarrassment for the betrayer. This is not karma. This is divine justice. Comment: justice is mine. If your soul knows heaven is handling what you couldn't, heaven whispers again. The folder, the screenshot, the recording. The Leveragite's losing its power now, because what they saved to ruin you is now proof of their betrayal. You've stayed strong through the deception, but the divine exchange is only beginning. In Hans, Part 5, a door will open that no man can shut, and the one who signed against you will be removed. Stay with me. Heaven is not finished. My beloved child, you stayed. You listened. And now the moment has come. Heaven's verdict is final. The person who smiled at you has been removed. The one who spoke against you silenced. The signature that sealed the betrayal revoked. Michael says, the table they used to plan your fall is now your table of honor. Type justice fulfilled if your spirit feels the shift in the air. The door has opened. Not a crack. Wide. And no man, no force, no lie can shut what heaven has opened for you. Beloved, the betrayal didn't delay you. It aligned you. It shifted you into divine timing. And now you're walking into something bigger than they ever imagined. You've been crying in silence, but heaven saw. You were passed over, but heaven prepared better. Type divine timing if you're ready to walk in what was meant for you all along. Listen carefully. They used your name without permission. They copied your voice. They monitored your life. They tried to erase you. But I, the Lord your God, wrote over it all. And what I write no one can undo. Michael says, your name is echoing in heaven's court, and your inheritance is being released now. Comment: I claim my inheritance if this resonates deep within your spirit. Your silence was not weakness. It was power. You are not stuck. You were positioned. You were not rejected. You were preserved. Now, heaven is announcing your new beginning, a financial breakthrough, a healed relationship, a divine RECONNECTION. Favor filled opportunity that erases all the delay. Type open doors if you're ready to receive what the enemy tried to block. Hear this: you cannot take them with you. Not everyone can walk through this new door, because the next level requires purified alignment. Michael says, leave the counterfeit behind. Take only truth with you. This is your Exodus moment, leaving betrayal behind. Your promised land is ahead, and heaven is not whispering anymore. It's declaring. Comment: I'm crossing over. If you know this is your shift, beloved, heaven's trumpet has sounded. You are walking out of false accusations into divine affirmation, out of betrayal into restoration, out of delay into acceleration, out of shadows into divine spotlight. Type I rise if your heart says yes to what heaven is announcing. Michael says, your breakthrough is not coming. It's here. Do you feel it? That chill in the air? That fire in your chest? That's heaven confirming what your spirit already knew. You are protected. You are called, and you are undeniably rising. If this word ignited your soul, Comment, I am chosen. Subscribe. Now to walk daily with divine guidance. Like this message if you believe heaven still speaks. And share this light with someone who needs to hear it. Your name is written in the book of destiny. And your season of divine restoration has just begun. Stay faithful. Beloved, heaven is not finished blessing you. You've waited in faith. You've walked through the fire without burning. You've cried in secret and praised me publicly. And now heaven is responding with glory. Child, listen, I never forgot you. Even when others walked away, even when doors slammed shut, even when the betrayal was loud and the comfort was silent, I was there. The enemy tried to rewrite your story with lies. I held the original script in my hand. Not one line has been erased. Your destiny is still intact. Type, my story is divine. If you believe heaven has the final say. They thought the delay was a denial, but it was a disguise. It masked the miracle until the right moment, and that moment is now. Michael says, you are walking into a divine unveiling. What was hidden is being revealed. What was blocked is being opened. What was stolen is being returned multiplied. Type, I receive it multiplied. If you're ready to take hold of what's coming back to you, you are never forgotten. Your name was spoken in rooms you didn't know existed. By people you've never met. Because your anointing doesn't need an introduction, it announces itself. Let me remind you, what they tried to bury is now rising like holy fire. Beloved, this is no longer about what they did to you. This is about what I am doing through you. They weaponized your silence. They underestimated your endurance. But you endured because you're rooted in heaven. Your roots ran deep when no one saw the storm. Your faith stayed planted while the earth shifted. And now your fruit will speak for itself. Comment, my fruit will speak. If you know God is about to prove what you carried in silence. There's a reason you felt uncomfortable in certain rooms lately. You've outgrown them. Your spirit no longer fits where your miracle can't manifest. You are not meant to stay small. Heaven whispers, your capacity has been upgraded. Type, expand me if you feel the stretch of spiritual elevation. Now listen, this is important. They will return. With apologies. With explanations. With soft words. Hiding sharp intentions. Do not be deceived. Forgive, but do not fold. Your discernment is your shield now. Your obedience is your sword. And your peace, your greatest evidence of protection. Michael says, let them watch. Do not let them in. Comment, I protect my peace. If you refuse to lower your frequency for familiar chaos, they'll say, you've changed. You're distant. You're not the same. And they're right. You are no longer who they could manipulate. No longer the one they could monitor, silence, or delay. You have evolved, and your favor is proof. They mistook your kindness for access, but grace has boundaries. Heaven whispers, this next season is envisionly. Type, I guard the gates. If you know not everyone gets to enter your next, let me show you what's coming. Your name, promoted in silence. Your idea, recognized publicly. Your gift, requested in high places. Your obedience, rewarded in undeniable ways. And they won't understand it, because it wasn't supposed to be you, but it had to be you. You're the one who didn't quit, the one who praised through pain, the one who stayed faithful when logic said leave. Beloved, your consistency broke the curse. Comment, I stayed faithful. If you know obedience protected. What talent could never reach. The enemy was certain you'd give up. But now heaven is certain. You're ready. Ready for the mantle. Ready for the miracle. Ready for the mission. Michael says, you will walk in rooms you used to dream about. Type, I'm ready. If your heart says yes to the calling ahead. Now hear this last word. This moment is sacred. Do not rush it. Let heaven complete the shift. Let divine timing open what force cannot. They will witness it. They will remember what They did, but they won't be able to stop what I'm doing now, because this is your appointed hour. This is the fulfillment of every prayer you thought I didn't hear. I heard them all, and today, beloved, I say yes to your breakthrough.